welcome to my kitchen. One of my favorite meals on the trail is a tuna noodle casserole, and the purpose of this video is to show you how I go about preparing that. Most of the meals I eat on the trail are Babelfish 5 meals, and in fact he has a tuna noodle casserole recipe on his website, and there's a accompanying YouTube video for that. But I've made that and found that I didn't really care for it. To me, both the texture and the taste seemed a little bit off. So all of his recipes, I'm pretty sure, follow a basic approach of you make a complete meal at home and then dehydrate that, and you get it out on the trail and you just rehydrate it. It's complete. This meal takes a different approach in that some of the ingredients won't get combined until you actually prepare the meal on the trail. I did find the basis for this recipe online at camprecipes.com, but I've modified it significantly. Well, to start, I'll show you the ingredients. To start, we have a package of cheese sauce. The recipe actually calls for half a package of cheese sauce, so as not to be wasteful, we'll make 2 recipes here. When I sent my wife out to the grocery store to get that, she had a hard time finding it this time. I don't know if it's being discontinued or what. But if you can't find the cheese sauce, there's also usually an Alfredo sauce that would be a good substitute. Next up, we have some powdered milk, and a tuna noodle casserole naturally needs some tuna. So each of our 2 meals will have 1 package of tuna, chunk light tuna in water, in these packets that require no refrigeration. This one weighs 2.6 ounces. The shelf life on this is over 2 years. So we've also got some mushrooms, which I've diced up into fairly small chunks, and peas. This is 5 ounces of mushrooms for the 2 meals, which is a little under, that's a pint container there, and a cup of frozen peas. For the noodle part of the recipe, we're going to use ramen noodles, 1 package again for each meal, and it doesn't really matter what flavor you get because we're not going to be using the flavor package. So the first step of the process is to put the mushrooms and peas in the dehydrator. So the mushrooms and the peas dehydrated for about 7 hours at a temperature of 125 degrees, which is what my dehydrator recommends for vegetables. So and I took the dehydrated components, the peas and the mushrooms, and I split them in half, and I've got them here in small bowls. And now we'll continue with the preparation process. So I dumped the contents of the cheese mix out onto a cutting board and use a scraper device to divide that into two pretty close piles, and we'll add 1 pile to each dish. Next, we'll add 3 tablespoons of powdered milk, to each meal, and finally 1/8 of a teaspoon of onion powder and 1/8 of a teaspoon of pepper, which we'll kind of guess at. At this point, all that's left at this stage in the process is packaging. So I've taken the dry ingredients for the 2 meals and moved them into Ziploc style snack bags. And for the next step, we've taken the ramen noodles cakes, removed them from the original packaging, and put them into Ziploc sandwich bags minus the flavor packets. So those will get thrown in the trash. So these are just about ready to go now. I will put a small slip of paper in here with rehydration instructions, which are really pretty simple. I have a hike coming up in a few days, and I'll go through the rehydration process while I'm out on the trail in real world conditions. So we'll see you out on the trail. So to rehydrate the tuna noodle casserole, the first thing we're going to do is put 12 ounces of water in our pot and put the pot, careful now, pot on the stove. And we're going to bring that to a boil. Okay, we have achieved the boil. So we'll take the pot off the heat and then put our sauce dry ingredients in the pot. And stir. The reason why we did it this way and added the mix to the boiling water rather than put the mix in cold water and bring it to a boil is that this mix will tend to boil over if you don't watch it like a hawk. My wife speculated that it's probably because of salt in the cheese sauce. So this is a safer way to do it. If you want to watch it like a hawk, then by all means put the mix in the cold water and bring it to a boil. You'll get to the same place. Okay, now that that's been thoroughly mixed, we're going to go ahead and put that pot in our koozie and wait for about 10 minutes. So it's been 10 minutes, and things are looking kind of rehydrated in there. Sorry, our light isn't any better. And so it's time to add the ramen noodles. But before I add them, one of the things I discovered in making this meal previously is, these noodles are pretty long, and to eat long noodles with a spoon is difficult. So I'm going to smash the bits of this package into bits and then add it and stir it in, and we'll let it sit for another 5 minutes. Okay, so the noodles are all soft now. And I've cut off the top of the tuna package. I have a little knife with little teeny scissors, and that was able to do that. There are little rip notches, and I've used those before too, so that was okay. So now we need to get the tuna in there, and usually that will work with a bunch of squeezing, which needs 2 hands, so I can't show it. But you just start from the bottom end and tip the bag upside down and squeeze it out into the pot. Okay, so I'd say that approach, we got over 95% of the tuna out of the packet. If you want to go for the last 5% or so, you could cut the bag open more and do some scraping. You're liable to end up a little messier yourself if you do that. So it's your call. So now we'll stir that in, and there it is, all ready to go. And in my opinion, it tastes pretty good. So that's it. Trail tuna noodle casserole. Enjoy. Bon appetit.